Okay, so when you hit a certain age, 25, 35 range, friendships change in ways nobody prepared us for. They evolve, they fade, they deepen, and sometimes they just disappear. Your friends aren't growing with you after 25, and here's why. Welcome to another episode of Unscripted Conversations with your boy, RedSpecs. Tonight's another real conversation. Your friends, where are they? Where did they go after 25? Let's get into it. Why friendships change naturally. What's up, y'all? We're going to start this one off, section 1. What's up, y'all? Thank you for everybody coming in tonight and joining me here on Unscripted Conversations with your boy, RedSpecs, once again. Now, life doesn't look the same after 25, right? You're working more. You're thinking about the future, right? Some people are having kids at this time. Some people are getting married. And some are just moving out of state. And then you got the ones that still figuring out who the hell they even are, right? And because of that, friendships start to shift. We have that shiftness in friendship. Not because anybody did anything wrong, but because your life is not running on the same rhythm as it used to. Back in the days, friendships was easy. You know, y'all saw each other every day. Y'all hang out on weekends. You know, you guys hit the same parties, did the same things. Now, you got to hang out and you have to call these people 3 weeks in advance, right? Before you even hang out with somebody. And even then, someone might text you and be like, oh, my bad, something came up. Let me ask y'all this. Have you ever lost a friend simply because life changed? Not because something happened between you guys. Drop your story in the comments because I know you're not alone tonight. What's up, y'all? Let me check my comments. You know I have to do that. Gotta check the people. What's up? Everybody coming in. Appreciate it. Let's get down to section 2. Outgrowing people you still care about. There's a certain kind of heartbreak that comes with outgrowing someone you love, right? It's not an argument. It's not a beef. It's just you moving in a different direction than the other person. Maybe you're focused on healing, you're focused on evolving or building something real with your life, where they're stuck in the same habits, the same mindset, the same cycle they've been for years. And you start to feel distance. Once again, not because you're better than them, but because you're not the same person you used to be. Feel me? You're not that same person at all. Now, growth creates space, right? And that space doesn't always close back up. I want to ask you something. Have you ever had to let go a friend, not out of anger, but because you had to protect your own peace or your own growth? If so, I want to hear from you. Put it down in the comments. We're going to talk today, people. We're going to talk today. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for everybody coming in tonight. Unscripted conversations with your boy RedSpecs. Thank you for coming in. So we're going to go to segment 3. The myth of day ones. Remember we used to call people day ones? Oh, that's my day one. Right? Because growing up, we were fed that idea that our day ones are supposed to stick with you forever. But here's the truth. Sometimes the people you've known the longest end up understanding you the least. Let me say that again. Sometimes the people you've known the longest end up understanding you the least. And sometimes someone you just met like a year ago sees your vision more clearly than people who watched you grow up. Feel me? Time doesn't always equal connections. And years doesn't always equal loyalty. Some people loved the old you, but they can't handle the new you. That's right. What's up? Thanks for coming in. Let me check my. Yeah. Someone says seasons change and so does life. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. No doubt. Some people were only connected to a version of you that no longer exists. So tell me in the comments, drop down in the comments, do you still believe in those day one concepts? Those day one concepts, do you believe in them? Or do you think friendship is more about alignment than history? Think about it. Let's move on. We're in segment 4, baby. We're in segment 4. The efforts adult friendships require. Because it requires effort, okay? One of the biggest shocks after 25 is you realizing that adult friendships take real effort. You can't just disappear and expect the bond to stay strong by itself. It's not going to happen. You got to check in, even if it's just for 5 minutes on the phone. You have to check in. You got to make time. Even if it's once a month, you got to communicate. Because the truth is, friendships doesn't survive off of nostalgia. They survive off intentions. Think about the people still in your life right now at this moment. Think about them. They're still there because both of you put in that effort that I was just talking about, to keep the connection alive. Not a random, it's intentional. So tell me, who's a friend that you love? A friend that you love, but you might have let them slip away a little bit because you never checked in with them. And after this episode, maybe give them a quick call or send them a message. Do that. It might help. Section 5. We digging it in. We digging fast in this. What's up, y'all? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate that. People love the old you because they want you to stay the same and not grow. Day ones are cool as long as they are still in line with your growth. Big up to that. Big up to that. Section 5. Walking away from one-sided friendships. One-sided friendships. Now, one thing that becomes clear after 25 is the difference between a real relationship and a one-sided one. Let me explain. You know that friendship where you're always the one reaching out? They're not reaching back, or they're not reaching out. Always the one checking in, but they're not checking in. Always the one supporting, never receive support back. And it's funny because when you step back, even a little, everything stops. Am I right? Everything stops. No calls, no texts, no checking in, right? And that's when you realize you weren't in a friendship from the beginning. You were in a responsibility. And when you hit that adulthood, you no longer have the emotions, the emotional energy, right, to carry relationships that don't carry you back. You don't have that energy anymore when you get into adulthood. I know walking away doesn't mean you hate them, because it doesn't. It just means you finally loved yourself. Now, have you ever had to distance yourself from a one-sided friend? So I know a lot of you guys out there have them. And what moment made you realize, yo, I deserve better? Drop it in the chat right there. The cat chat? The cat chat. The chat. Or call me at 347-903-5664. You can call me online right now. I'm live here. Unscripted Conversation. Let's get down. Segment 6. We moving, baby. We moving. Remember, I'm only here for half an hour or so, 20 minutes, a half an hour. So we're going to bust these down. We're going to get to the meat of the issues. Pause. When friends become family. Section 6. Section 6. Now, on the flip side, friendships after 25 can be incredibly meaningful. On the flip side, right? The ones that survive the changes, right? The moves, the jobs, the stress, the personal growth, those friends become family. You might not talk every day. You might not talk every day. Man, you might go for weeks without seeing each other. But I bet when you connect, it's genuine. It feels solid. Okay? There's trust, there's history, there's loyalty that isn't loud, but it's consistent. Now, I want you to think about someone in your life right now who's more like family than friends. I have one that I know, my brother, Bubba J. We've been friends for many years, but it seemed like we're family. So big up to my brother Bubba J out there in the building. I love you, brother. Someone who has shown up for you in all ways or when you didn't expect it. Okay, they showed up in ways you didn't expect. These are your friends that you consider family now. Someone who knows the real you and loves you anyway. Now, if you have someone like that, tell them. Tell them you love them today. Don't wait. It's like they say, tomorrow's not promised to nobody. Pick up that phone. Call them. It can make a difference in their life as well as yours. What's up, y'all? Checking the comments out. Someone says, tell a friend no. That's how you will see if that friend still stands with you. Yes, I believe in that. Because a lot of friends can't take no. No is like a rejection. And many people don't want to admit that. But no is like a rejection to some. But you have to be that person inside. You want your peace. You have to be that person to say no. Big up to that in the comments. I believe that. Yes, indeed. We go into section 7. Making new friends in adulthood. Ooh. A lot of people think making new friends after 25 is impossible, but it's not. It's not. It's different, yeah, it's different, but it's not difficult. You don't bond over randomness anymore. You bond over alignment, right? You meet people through your job, through your passions, through networking, okay? Like we do here at Food for Thought. Through personal growth. And the funny thing is, friendships at this age can feel even stronger than the childhood ones, right? Because they're built on purpose, not convenience. But you got to be open. That's the whole thing. You have to be open with this. You can't let old friendship wounds close you off from meeting new people who might add something positive to your life. Amen. Thanks for coming in, everybody. I see you. I see you. Alexis Joseph, happy holidays, my brother. Thank you for jumping in here. I ain't see you in a while. Yeah, I know. I got to get to come see you. Didn't forget, brother. So I want you guys to ask yourself this. Are you truly open to new friendships, or are you guarded because of the past experiences that you had? And if you're guarded, what would it take to open you up again? Pause. I want to hear from you tonight. The lines is open. You can call in 347-903-5664. Tell me, what's the biggest lesson you learned about friendship after 25? Because your story might exactly do something for somebody. And it might be exactly what someone watching right now needs to hear from you. What's up, everybody? Thank you for them hearts. Thank you for the love. Unscripted conversations is one of my priorities, while Food for Thought is getting their content together. And I want to thank everybody for taking the time out to watch, to understand, to like, to subscribe to our channel. BK Pinky and AK Alpha Moon is out there. They're getting some content and getting everything ready for season 5. Hopefully we can start it up January 8th. But we'll keep you guys posted on when we're going to air. And let's keep going on with this one. What's up, y'all? Thank you. So, for my final thoughts tonight, right? Let me look in the comments really quick. Let's put my final thoughts up there. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all of that. Love it. Thank you for coming in. So, as we get older, right, we learn that friendships aren't about who you've known the longest, right? They're about who shows up, who grows with you, and who respects your journey. Some people stay, some people drift, and some people appear right when you need them. Facts. That's facts. Every friendship teaches you something, and every friendship plays a purpose. Cherish the ones who stay. Cherish the ones who stay. Somebody says, wait, are we talking about friends with benefits? Because not with that. Because I'm not with that. No. We're not talking about friends with benefits. We keep that out of the pot. These are true, genuine friends. Whether from childhood, like I said, from your job, from your co-workers. Big up to my co-workers at EMS, man, FDNY, man. Those are friends. Not the management part of it, but my co-workers that work alongside of me. Those people. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed. So tonight, I just want to thank you for tuning in to Unscripted Conversations tonight. This episode was real, just like all the other ones are. Real. It was honest, and I know it hit home for a lot of you. Friendships after 25 aren't easy. They're not easy at all. But they're real, and they are intentional. And they reveal who's growing with you and who's not meant to be coming with you, wherever that may be. This show is about real conversations. So I want to hear from you. Even after this is finished taping, go in the comments. And also, if there's a topic you want us to break down or a conversation you think needs to be heard here on Unscripted Conversations or Food for Thought, send it in. Your ideas might be the next episode. Drop your topic request in the comments or the inbox, or you can just email us at foodforthought1424 @gmail.com. Now, if it sparks thought, we'll bring it to the table. I'll bring it to the table with RedSpecs, myself, BK Pinky, and Papa Wolf. We'll bring it to the table, and we'll see if it's worth being talked about here on Unscripted Conversations or Food for Thought. Thought. Okay? We'll bring it to the table. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this episode with someone who might need it. And remember, these conversations don't end here. They continue with you. Good night, and have a blessed holiday to all of you guys out there. And don't drink too much. Peace.